HarperCollins presents A Nurse's War, a diary of hope and heartache on the home front. Edited by Patricia and Robert Malcolmson. Read by Emma Pallant. Introduction. How does a good diary come to exist? There must be many plausible answers to this question, some emphasizing circumstances, others the personality of the writer, others still a blend of both. Some good and now well-recognized diarists emerged virtually out of the blue. This was the case with Nella Last, born 1889 of Barrow-in-Furness, the housewife 49, vividly portrayed on film by the late Victoria Wood. Nella Last's lovingly detailed and engaging diary, which she began at the end of August 1939, runs to millions of words, and 4 books have now been published based on what she wrote. Perhaps the same sort of surprised discovery can be linked with the diary of Kathleen Johnstone, a student nurse in Blackburn, Lancashire, who began her diary in June 1943. Like Nella Last, she too wrote for Mass Observation, or MO, the social research organisation launched in 1937 to foster a sort of social anthropology of contemporary Britain. MO wanted to collect evidence on a wide range of topics, often relating to the everyday life of ordinary people, that is, aspects of life that had been previously not been much studied. Diaries were seen by MO's leaders as one way of capturing these social realities, in the manner that a camera might. Hundreds of people signed up as diarists. A few proved to be very good at it. Kathleen Johnstone was one of them. From the start, she revealed her talents as a diarist, drawing readers into her life and times, her personal feelings and observations of public lives and events, all during the last 2 years of the Second World War. Kathleen Johnstone was born on 16th of November 1913 in Sharnbrook, Bedfordshire, the first child of George and Ellen Johnstone. The couple had met while they were servants at Toft Manor, a large house in Sharnbrook. He was a footman and later a butler when Kathleen was born, she a housemaid. They had married in 1912. The Johnstones were to have 2 more children, Phyllis, born 1916, and Stanley, born 1920. George Johnstone spent most of the First World War as a gunner in the Royal Artillery and was discharged from the army in 1919. Once, in her diary, 2nd of September 1944, Kathleen reflected on the struggles of her mother during this war, caring for 2 young children and trying to get by with little money. These were undoubtedly years of hardship for the family. George Johnstone spent most of his post-1918 adult life as a butler in households in different parts of England. For some 15 years after the First World War, he was butler to Algernon George Lawley, 5th Baron Wenlock, 1857-1931, at Monk Hopton House near Bridgnorth, Shropshire. The Johnstone family lived in Monkhampton. The children attended the local village school, and Ellen was a postmistress. George left this position in 1935, soon after the death of Lady Wenlock, and probably served briefly in at least 2 different houses during the following 2 years, one of them Hungerford House, near Fordingbridge, Hampshire, a country home of the Bishop of Salisbury. Then, in later 1937, George and Ellen moved to Downham, Lancashire, where he took up a position as butler to Ralph Asherton at Downham Hall. George remained in this position for the following 15 years, including all 39 months during which Kathleen wrote her diary. Kathleen's life before the 1940s is thinly documented. It is virtually certain that she lived for all or most of the 1920s with her family in Shropshire, probably leaving school in or about 1928, perhaps
Sample complete. Ready to continue?